This is about the time they start boiling, right?
Guess so.
About an hour and a half away from sundown. Look at this beautiful geese. Oh, we got a different kind of bird coming up. These ghetto birds are disturbing the peace. Hey guys, just so you know, this is Sunday, the first Sunday on the grand reopening of Santa Ana River Lakes for 2020 for catfishing. As you guys can see, it's a beautiful day. Skies are clear. Got the ghetto bird up above us. We got these beautiful birds all around us. Got the geese over here. Got a whole flock of them over there. It's about that time when these catfish start boiling and hopefully start hitting, so we can have a nice little catfish fry later on this evening. It'll happen. These poles will start rattling and we'll have to reel them in and ice them down, and later on in the evening we can go ahead and fillet them and have a nice little fish fry, maybe a little sandwich, little fish po' boy sandwich, homemade. We've done that a bunch of times. In the meantime, we could just enjoy the geese cruising by, and we can hear that ghetto bird above us and the freeway. 91 isn't too far, so you get to hear all this local LA 91 highway noise, the white noise. I don't know, something peaceful about that white noise to me. Maybe because I grew up next to a highway. It's all normal to me. I love the sound of the birds chirping. Look at these mongrels over here. Just looking for where they want. They're little punks too. They'll come up to you and look you dead square in the eye and tell you, where's my stuff? But people are out here enjoying themselves. Unfortunately, we're in the middle of this pandemic in year 2020. We'll make it, you guys. Just keep positive, keep it real, help each other out. First and foremost, give thanks to God that you're here and healthy, and let's just keep a positive attitude and wear a mask, wash your hands. You guys all got those nasty, dirty family members, don't believe in any of this stuff. Just because they don't doesn't mean you don't have to take care of yourself, which we should. We should be all good. Love it out here. Santa Ana River Lakes 2020. It's June 7th. A few days after my birthday. Really enjoying this. Little downtime after all this heightened, frightened escalation times of pandemic times and all this social and systemic injustice. Hate is a horrible thing, you guys. Once it's inflicted into you, that's what the enemy wants. He just wants to create some fear and anger in you so he can destroy your life too, just so you can become just like him. We don't have to do that. We're bigger, better people than that. If you're a survivor, just remember, God number one. Fear no other. Fear the Lord. Respect others, your life. We'll all be all good. Unfortunately, this kind of hate, racism, social, systemic injustices all throughout our lifetime, it's going to be here till the end of time. The weeds will always be there, the bad apples, bad seeds. It's our job to weed them out. Make sure we don't get affected by it to the degree where it ruins our life, it poisons us. We got to somehow remove it. It's just like a devil. You know, it's all these bad attitudes, negative words. Words are powerful. Let's lift each other up in prayer and words like that. Make sure that we keep real with ourselves, with each other, and don't buy into it. I had some idiot tell me, don't buy into the fear of this COVID-19. I mean, it's real. That's a real life factor there that you have to, keep a distance and respect, just like a rattlesnake. It's out there. You just got to know it's there. Make sure you keep a distance. This hate doesn't mean you got to step into it, be part of it, and let it consume you. Don't consume it, and don't buy into it. Fight it. Fight it with your prayers. That's powerful. It's the most powerful thing on earth. The other day I told my wife I prayed 2 times in my lifetime for earthquakes, for God to give me a sign, and I just asked for it, and it's happened every time. It's just something that you can call it coincidence, where I think that, God listens to my prayers just because I'm His. We're His people. When people come up with their own devices and ways to control and rule the world, there it is. When people don't think of each other as we're all born equally, and unfortunately, division is great. That's how the enemy conquers. He divides and conquers. And what do we have to do? Stand up against that. Don't buy into it. Just be prepared. Be real. Know where your situation is at. Know how to better it. How not to buy into it, and be free. Free yourself from all these demons, devils and voices. There's hundreds of thousands of voices in a day that we hear in our radios, our televisions, our social media. Doesn't mean we have to believe that they're real. We just have to weed them out. Weed them out. Know where you stand. Do the right thing. And if for whatever reason you're confused, don't be confused. Ask for clarity, soundness of mind. Be peaceful. Kick some ass if you have to. Don't let nobody come and punk you. Make sure you do the right thing, like my wife always says. I wish a mofo would. Don't know what I'm about. And a strong character. That's what you need. You need to be strong in your words and in your presence. Be kind. Be polite. Be generous with what you have. Give to those who don't have what you have, because you're so fortunate. And if you're that person who doesn't have very much, well, get on your knees. Pray. Ask God to help you, deliver you, lift you up, take you to a better place. We've all been in those places. And for those that have much, make sure that you spread your love evenly. You have so much, we should be thankful all the time. That's the first thing I do when I wake up early in the morning. Give thanks for the beautiful experiences in life, and even those negative ones that somehow take me to a better place. And then also be thankful for the day, the new day that I have, the opportunities that I have, that we have, that we created somehow because we've been looking for them. So we put a lot of action into them, making sure that something transpires in our lives because of our actions. Things don't just come free. The will may be there, but if the action is not there, forget it. You got to make it happen. Plan for it. Execute it. Succeed. It's the only way things happen in life. All this turmoil and tribulation, what people call, all these horrible things that we all experience to one degree or another. It's good that we're rising up together, lifting up both the fist and the hand up to the sky. First and foremost, the hand. Give thanks. Ask for protection. Be thankful in everything you have. And at the same time, let's not be foolish. Let's fight for what's right. Where do you do that? On your knees and at the polls. Hand in hand with your neighbors. I understand we got a bunch of nutty neighbors, believe this and that. We don't see eye to eye. It's all right. You handle yours and let God deal with them. And you just take care of your neighbors. Take care of home. Be prepared. I'm not talking about stock up with toilet paper and guns and all that. Yeah, all that stuff is good, it's necessary, because you never know what could happen. But let's not get too excited, confused, and cause friction when there shouldn't be any there. Let's just draw the line. Let's be good, generous people in this world. Let your voices be heard. Elections are coming up. In the meantime, stay busy, stay active. Encourage one another. And be ready to kick some ass if you have to. I'm sorry. That's how it is. We watched this crazy guy named Jesse Duplantis. He said somebody did something. Somebody attacked him. I mean, the first thing he did, he knocked him out or something along those lines. Then he asked the Lord to help him because he had to do what he had to do. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. People don't want to receive the good message. You're there to help. They want to attack you and destroy you. Well, that's the time to raise that fist. It's time to lift that voice after you knock them out. Take care of your business. Obviously, our goal in life is not to be destructive of people's lives and all their strive to want to move to the next level. You know, what we want to do is help each other out when you can. Make sure you connect to the right communities, the right peoples, lift you up. Young people, look up to the older people who look like they have some sense. And when they're confused a little bit, ignore it. Just put it off to the side. Just know that they're trying their best. Let's not get argumentative with them because they're a little off. We all got family members that are a little off. But for the most part, they love you. And those crazy ones that don't know the message, don't understand it, ignore them. And just noise. Let's make sure we make the proper noise in this world, that the right things get done. And we're also proactive doing those things that are positive and just, not only for ourselves, but for those that don't have a voice. Maybe they're too soft. Maybe they need somebody to stand up for them because you're a much stronger person. Let's do this, you guys. 2020 is not a year of failure and catastrophe and losses. Yeah, a little bit. But let's make sure we bounce back. The promise is ours. You keep seeking it. Ask. Make sure you ask. Put in your fervent prayers. God first. Seek first His righteousness. And all that you ask for will be given to you freely, simply because you ask. And first and foremost, because you are loved and you're cared for by Jesus Christ. He's looking out for you. All you got to do is ask. Lift up your voice. And you'll see, not only will you be taken out from that situation, you'll be put in a much better place, but you got to constantly be active. Let's not be reactive. Reactive is not good. Be prepared. Educate yourself. Communicate with your family. Get out there. Put in the work. Make sure that you're working for a better future, a better understanding. Be wiser. Let's get grown. Let's not get left behind. Make sure that we can reach to the highest pinnacles that your mind can set sights on and never give up, no matter how difficult the situations may be. So make sure you get out there. Nothing gets done without your energy, your mindset, your vision, and God's strength. He's your protector. He's your everything. But He's given you the power to be the initiator, to get out there and do what you got to do. No action? Sorry. But the reality is, if you don't sow, you will not reap. That's almost as dangerous as sowing dangerous things out there. Let's not have these devils go out there and sow a bunch of nonsense, and then we get ricocheted and hurt that way too. Let's stay protected. Let's stay active. Let's stay real. I'm telling you, this world is difficult. It's dangerous. There's a lot of weeds out there, but there's also a great multitude of great, responsible, intelligent, wise people that love and fear God, that love their neighbors, love their family, whether it's in their church or not. It doesn't matter. We're a community. This world we should be united. Let's raise our voices for this world. The world is crying too. The world needs God. The world needs great leaders. They need voices to help them, to guide them, because they're lost. I need somebody to care and love for them. Stand up for injustices. See somebody being pushed around in any kind of way. Let's stand up and do the right thing. Now it's time to do some tranquil fishing. And let's see what happens this evening. Starting out to be real beautiful out here. Meanwhile, looks like I have a little gathering over here of the great geese.